be a tendency for trustees and the chair to be seen not quite as the enemy, but certainly not part of the team.
I've heard this, I've experienced this many times from both sides of the camp actually. I think it can be very easy to kind of almost other the trustee board and blame the trustee board if things aren't going your way. Because we all like to have somebody to blame, don't we? And I think sometimes there's an element of having to take that on the chin as a trustee. But just the practicalities of working together as one cohesive team is difficult when you've got volunteer trustees who have got other jobs and other lives and are just giving their time, maybe once a quarter, maybe once a month, kind of whatever it is. It's not full time in that organisation, and clearly those trustees won't know everything that's going on in the same way as the staff and volunteers will. But they still need to make really critical decisions about the organisation. So finding that space for the trustees, and I think particularly for the chair as almost like an ambassador at times for the board, to connect, to be accessible, to be human. I think we can easily attach labels to people, so we forget that actually there are people, there are volunteers that want to do good for this organisation, but we just label the trustee board or whatever it is as something problematic.
I think one of the key tips I would always have for any chief executive is to spend the time in actually communicating, when appropriate, the decisions of the board to the staff. Because you often hear from the staff teams, well, we don't know what they do. What have they decided about this, that or the other?
And I think that feedback, not just feedback, that two-way communication between the team and the board, I think many organisations could do it better. I think we could do it better at St Leonard's Hospice. One of the things I tried consciously to do after every board meeting is to put my own updates out on social media, not with verbatim what's been going on in the meeting, but just to talk about some of the big stuff, so it's out there in public, not just for the staff and the volunteers, but for our wider stakeholders too. But it's been really interesting to see how many of the team have actually engaged with some of those posts as well. And in ways that they wouldn't have done if we'd have sent an update on the staff newsletter hub and they've had to log in and read it separately.
That's really interesting.